Is that we have to keep our
Still shows connecting on my end.
Right.
I'm sorry. As much as we want to share, we can't do that as much anymore, as much as you want to.
I know, and it pisses me off because these hoes have made me change the essential piece of my platform, and I hate it.
That doesn't mean that it can stay like that forever. It's just until these fucking dumbass broads we make a fucking example out.
You know what's really
No,
nice?
I'm in the same spot.
Being able to sit in a chair.
It's
in
about
garage
fucking Tina, because
that
you
own,
remember when Tina,
looking
when
at
we
your
were
car
down there at
that you
Trinidad,
own outright.
and they started calling the fucking
Yes.
dispensaries
Looking at
and every
your
store that
property
Beth
that
went
you
to,
take
and then
care
while
of,
she was at Walmart,
and your
they ended up
plants,
calling the fucking,
and all the things that you work
causing
so
chaos at
hard
Walmart.
for.
Thank
all
you.
Your accomplishments.
That's why.
Isn't that a wonderful feeling?
And you know what? I'm still only 30.
What I'm eating is a breakfast chorizo bowl with eggs
and I
and green
busted my
chili.
ass from homelessness, Beth. From homelessness.
Once we
And I
can
did
fucking
it.
be untouchable and have an actual lawyer that will protect us,
Anyone
I
can
don't
do it
care
if they
what
try and they
we
actually
can
work
share
for
a
it.
little fucking whatever, because then we'll have fucking money and the lawyer to
And you know
back it
what?
up.
We're considering buying a new car.
This
Because we
is
can.
outrageously fucking crazy.
And
This
we're
is
financially
mentally,
stable enough to buy a new
obscenely
car.
obsessed
That's
mental
awesome.
health
That's what
crisis
hard work and dedication does.
situation for these fucking
I'm gonna let Shelly up. I don't know if she actually meant to request. Did you mean to request, Shelly?
And it's so funny when I go in and I ask for my breakfast versus your breakfast.
Sorry. I didn't think so. But she don't usually.
But they think your food.
So, I too.
They take one look at me and I'm like, can I get some chorizo and eggs,
like
please? And they're like,
and they do a thing called the Guaranteed Trade-In Program,
Yes.
and they will give me quite a sum for my car.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I put a measly $5,000 down, right? And I'm gonna say $5,000 because in today's economical status, like $5,000 is not a lot for a down payment.
$5,000 is a
And I
lot
did
for a down payment for a car, that's sweetheart.
36-month loan. A payment on a new Subaru would be still less than my husband's truck payment right now.
Oh, yeah. Easily. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, when Mikey
It's
went and got
because-
the
oh my God,
Subaru,
you guys don't
he
know the
traded
difference
in
of
my
different
Lincoln,
breeds of fucking vehicles.
and they gave
Yes,
him $10,000
right?
for the Lincoln
Wow.
towards it. And then he already has
Missy said, Mitchie, shut the fuck up.
He
How
still
do you
has.
ever
He's still
survive
paying.
fucking life? And
I think his payments are
understand it?
$589.
Right?
But
That's
that's
not bad,
because
honestly.
it's not, and that's because he got that extended warranty and everything. But,
Yeah.
you know.
If he ever wants to chat, you know how to get a hold of me.
Yes, ma'am.
His is a manual though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he might not have a hard time. So, all of the new Subarus either a manual or they have the CVT transmission.
Yes.
My car has the same internals as his does, like the same turbo, the same engine and everything.
Yes.
Except my car is 4,500 pounds. It has a top mount intercooler, but there's no way for air to get into it for the turbo. And then it has this transmission, so it eats itself because
Yes.
the car is
It's
too heavy for
over
the
fucking
transmission. But he'll
eating
be fine
itself
since he has
because
a
it has to
manual.
put so much fucking effort
Yeah.
in the transmission.
And
Right?
that's specifically why he got the extended full warranty.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
because of that type of stuff.
When
He
I
went-
bought this car, I got it for a good price
As
because it was a
we're
Subaru
fucking
manufacturer
dealing
buyback.
with it right now.
So they like buy back the car that's got the issues, and then they like
Hey,
fix
people
it,
of
and then
Pueblo.
they sell them for a lower price.
Listen.
I have a 999,000 mile warranty on my transmission.
Yeah, that's what he did. He did like the
Yeah, I
real
have.
extended. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but
did
he'll be
his
okay if he's got a
research.
manual.
Yeah, you know he's smart. He did his research before he bought. But
Also, I need to know, does does he wear skate shoes and does he have a vape?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so classic.
Yep.
Classic fucking Subaru.
Yep. Yes. Yep. And then they do. So if you follow his Instagram,
Oh, here we come with he does
and
car
his
ride
TikTok,
for the
which I'll send you,
kids.
They do the cars for kids.
Oh, I love
So
that.
Hold it.
Called it.
yeah, a whole group of them get together, and if there's kids in the like, I think they go up to 70 miles away. Like they're
And that's
they
10
have a
bucks
very
right there.
broad
And that feeds both of us perfectly in the morning. Because I'm
'cause
full
it's,
as
like I said, a
fuck.
whole group of them.
I done ate half that
in,
bitch.
in the southern state, the East Coast, whatever. Atlantic County, there you go. That they all get together and they'll go to, if there's a kid that is not really, that has issues that won't grow to be able to do certain things or
Oh, I love
whatever.
that.
And their dream is to have a loud car, see a loud car.
Not
They have a
Mitchie the hoe
movie
trying to
shoot
bang Don's son next.
see a loud car.
Nice.
Have a
That's
loud
exactly
car.
what it is.
She wants
Be
to
in a
bang
loud
out
car.
Don's
They
child.
enjoy
Watch out,
cars,
Don gets real
motorcycles, whatever.
possessive
They
of
all
her
get together and go to the
sexy
house.
son.
Yeah, they all get together and do drive-bys. They'll let the kids sit in the car. They'll let
Do
the kids drive the
drive-bys?
car a
That's
little,
not
stuff
what a
like that.
drive-by is,
Has he
Don.
modified
Like steering. Oh yeah, he put the exhaust on the back and he put the wing on the back.
It's a spoiler.
Oh my god. Is he
Yeah,
home by
It's called a
chance?
muffler and a spoiler.
Yeah, he's sleeping because.
Hold on a minute.
Well, he might be.
And, that's,
I wanna
and
know
he
what
doesn't
check.
even have a
I want to know
turbo
what
on it.
exhaust you put on it.
Okay, I can ask him. Yeah, I don't know.
He has a
And I
cooler
know that he
intake
still
and
wants.
that's
There's
it.
something else he still wants to add to the exhaust. The one that you can
Mel
turn it
said,
off.
drive-bys.
He has one right now
No.
where you can't flip it, so it's quiet versus loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he wants to add that feature to the exhaust.
I just want to
Just
know what
so-
brand you put on it.
I'll have to ask him.
That's a bomb-ass fucking Trisha.
That whole group is like.
Yes, she does.
They're car people. Come on, baby girl. Let's go in the air. Come on. Let's go ask your brother what he put on his car. Let's see if he's awake.
Oh, Don going into her son's room.
I know he went out.
I miss my old car.
He was at the beach.
My old car
I
was
can't
modified
wait
as
till
shit.
wifey and you
Oh
put
yeah,
in my
he's adding all
blender
that
and
to
I
it,
fucking
and
build that
he
motherfucker
buys
from the
it,
ground up.
through the.
Oh, goddamn. Missy said, I know why
Subaru,
Nickelback
whatever.
gave her the
Subaru
guitar.
back, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
They felt bad. Look at those
Mikey.
boobs on her
Mikey,
kneecaps
Quick
every
question.
time I see them. It makes
what kind of
me
exhaust did you put on
laugh.
your car? That she wants to know.
You're really fucking waking me up for this right now.
Yeah,
I need to know what brand.
she just needs the brand.
Okay, alright, we're good. Go back to
Nameless.
sleep.
Yep. All
Go
right.
back to sleep, Pookie. I
She
love
said, back to
you.
sleep, Pookie. He's like, you're really waking me up for this.
Yes, I need to know.
I said, but she needs to know. She needs to know if you're putting the good stuff on.
Yes, I used to have
That was
nameless
weird.
deletes on my old car, and then I totaled it.
Yeah.
That was weird,
And I
Pookie.
know he wants to put the switch. And, because
That
my
whole
son's
interaction
so
was
disrespectful,
weird.
Mitchie,
Yeah, it
and
was.
such a hard
Hey,
kid.
Destiny.
Oh
Good morning,
my
worm.
God.
After the argument with the neighbor, which none of my neighbors love him. They're like, he's so respectful, so when he comes in, he glides in, he doesn't drive in, so it makes no noise, depending on the time, to make sure that he doesn't disturb anyone,
Right?
including his parents, because we don't
Jacqueline
love the
said
sound
Pookie
either,
that
right?
gave me the ick.
So, he's going to go out and buy the switch, so he can switch
Oh
it.
my god. Wait, did you have a neighbor complain about that? Because Nameless isn't even that loud.
Yes, and it doesn't break any of the decibel levels.
Oh my god, Nameless isn't even that loud. Shut the fuck up.
And Mitchie, I'll send you the video. It was at 7 o'clock at night. I had just got home from work because I was driving the car that day, and
I've just
he
been
went to go out with
busy.
his friends, and he asked me specifically.
It's been a
"Mom,
shit show,
have you heard
Destiny,
it
but we've
pop
been
yet?"
good.
And I said, "No, I don't make them pop. I just drive the manual." And it's
School
pretty cool.
also
It's
takes
badass,
up
right?
950%
So I said,
of my
"No, I didn't
fucking
make it
day,
pop."
so-
He goes, "Okay, I'll pop it once for you." 7 o'clock at night, because it popped, the neighbor came out at the end of the street and was in his face. Which I
Oh
said,
my god. Even when it does that, it's
24,
not loud.
Court.
No, and all
Mitzi,
the other
shut
neighbors, like, he
up!
gets mad.
Everyone
You'll see
in my
the video.
comment
He
section
gets
wants
mad
you to
because he's
gag
like,
yourself.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I'm the only one this bothers on the street, and everyone's like, "Yeah, bro. Yeah, the kid's respectful. The kid does nothing wrong."
How'd her
We never
nipples
hear
get
his car
so
past a
damn
certain time. We
red?
never
And
hear his
please
car
don't let her
even
put
in the
them
home.
on
He's very
my
respectful,
head.
So,
Nah.
yeah.
So,
So
my old
my
neighbors-
neighbor.
from like, I don't know,
Morning,
7 fucking years
Lena.
ago, I don't know. So at that time, we had my old Subaru that had muffler deletes on it, and then we had my husband's, which my husband's car looked fast, but it was not. It was nothing special. But he had muffler deletes, and his was a manual. And our old neighbors would piss us off. Their kids were fucking douchebags. They like just
Right.
loud,
It living at
obnoxious,
home,
so
Court,
anytime we
who
would,
she
like,
just went
come
and woke
home,
up.
he would fucking like downshift his
Well, they're
car
dragging
and
on the ground.
fucking
Wouldn't that make
go
them hard
so fucking
constantly
loud.
anyway?
And
Yeah.
granted, mine
Doop,
was
doop,
an automatic,
doop,
but
doop,
I could like
doop, doop.
put it into that like manual like slapstick shift mode, and I would
Yes.
do the same fucking thing because they were obnoxious and rude. And at that time, I had a tiny
Hey,
baby.
Kryptonite,
and
welcome
I'm talking,
back.
they would
How's your
be
Monday?
Outside their kids, whenever band instrument they were playing, fucking blaring like their trumpet or some shit. And I had a tiny baby at the time.
Well,
So-
that's so. The guy that got in my son's face. He lives at the corner. Nobody likes him on the street. He's gotten in fights with everybody. So my next door neighbor came
I'm
and got
good.
me
Just waiting
and
on the
said-
bank to
because
open
at
to
first,
find out if
when
I get
he
my
left,
disbursement checked today, so I
my
can
neighbor
start
was
moving
saying,
shit
like,
around
it's
and
just a
getting
car,
shit
it
done.
wasn't loud, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't really put together what he was saying. And then Todd was like, Dawn, your son is still down there, and he is in his car window screaming at him. I was like, oh, no, we don't play that game.
Yeah,
So I
everyone should
went
make
down there.
Mitchie
Then it
accounts the
became
way
a huge
Cupcake
thing
did.
because I got in between
You're right
him
about
and my
that
child.
night.
This isn't a grown old ass man. Like, you don't need to be screaming at my 23-year-old child.
24-year-old
They
child.
lied to him and told him that they called
a
the police. So
grown-ass
my son, out
man.
of respect, would not leave the scene.
Oh my
Because
god!
you went
I
out
told
last
him-
night, witness.
Yeah, I told him to pull off when I was walking
Mitchie,
up. I
how's
said, Mike,
coloring
pull
book
off,
doing?
pull off. Just pull off. It ends the argument. And he said, I can't, Mom. They called the police. I said, for... Can't, Mom. They called the police. I said, for what? The one that was talking to us, which I am filing charges against him, but the one that came and was talking to us said flat out that every neighbor on this street told them that my son is the most respectful kid and he does not bother anybody.
He's
that
not a
he's
kid,
not loud,
Dawn.
their car's not loud, like none of it's loud. That
Oh
the
my
kid
God,
never
so-
pops it. He was trying to say that my kid pops it all day long. They said this kid works 18, 20 hours a day, and he will come home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and none of us hear him. None of the neighbors hear my son, but this guy. Come on.
Look at Z-Top being a fucking D-bag in the comments right now with his black
I love it.
hat.
I love it.
Okay.
And then I drove the car Mitchie to work
Right.
every day after that. And guess who learned how to pop the car at the end of the street?
Absolutely, it's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm
Like you're talking
thinking,
Yeah, it's so easy
Because if
and
he has
disrespectful to the
warranties
fucking
on
resident
it,
neighbors.
I'm
so
assuming
let me
he's being
feel
smart
like
about
I'm
it.
writing
So
titles,
he
running
probably
around
got
with
the
loud ass
catback
fucking putts
muffler
on my
deletes,
car
so he
in a
doesn't
goddamn neighborhood. Well, of
Those
course
are
your
not
fucking
even
neighbor's
that
gonna come
fucking
out at
loud.
7 o'clock at
They're
night to
not.
tell you to shut
And my
the
son
fuck
offered
up.
the police officer
fuck?
that they did end up coming because another neighbor called because it was starting to get really heated and the guy was trying to get us to hit him, which we're not dumb people. We're very smart. I have
You're
a
a
loud
pussy.
mouth, but I'm not an idiot. So another neighbor did call and said, listen, this guy's going to get himself knocked out.
Right.
So when they came, my son said, I will buy the calibrated thing and I will bring it to the police station and you can come out and I will pop my car and I will show you it does not go above decibel. And the cop said, I already know it doesn't. The cop knew just by the brand and what he had on his
You're
car
a
that he's
liar.
not going
Yeah,
over
oh my
decibel.
You're a liar.
The cop goes, that's
I'm gonna
unnecessary. You
take
don't
things
have
that
to.
never happened for
But they-
500,
they be
Alex.
crazy. People be crazy, especially some neighbors. They be crazy.
nameless deletes will give you a good rumble, but they're not fucking. It used to be my favorite thing when my kid wouldn't fucking go to sleep. And
Yeah.
like it was just me and him, or like he wouldn't take a nap and he was grumpy, I would put him in my car
And drive around.
and I would drive around and I would put it in that fucking paddle shift mode and I would put it in like fucking third gear or some shit so it would like buzz. I would just drive around and the vibration of it would put him right to sleep and the droning noise.
That's what I'm saying. It's just everyone has that one neighbor that like nobody likes on the street. That's the one we have right down there.
You're
But-
probably
Well,
that
right now
neighbor,
it's
Don.
me because my neighbors at the
You're
end of my
that one
street.
neighbor that fucking everybody else is quiet.
the speed limit in our neighborhood is very
You have
low.
your fucking stupid
And
ass
I even tried to
popping
give them
its
the
fucking
benefit of the
clutch
doubt
at the end
because
of
they
the
have two
goddamn
large
street.
vehicles.
It's called popping
And
the clutch.
I'm at the bottom
you
of the
fucking
hill.
Reese.
But my last
Right,
fucking straw
Trish?
was one morning. We were at the
Jinx.
bus stop, and there's 3 kids that get on the bus. My neighbors have
Mom said I'm
little
that neighbor.
kids, and these motherfuckers come by twice, fucking
I'm that neighbor
flying.
too.
And I did what I did, and you know,
That's some fucking like
did
childish
some
ass
stuff,
like
and they threatened
teenage
me, and
shit.
I'm like,
I used to
I
put
gave
my
you the
car
benefit of
be
the
all
doubt,
loud in
thinking that
my
maybe because
neighborhood
you have
when
a
I
big
was like
vehicle, you need to get a little
17,
oomph to
18,
get up the
19
hill.
years old.
No,
But
that wasn't an
after my
acceptable answer.
motherfucking mid
What up,
20s,
Dolphin?
I grew
Oh,
the
yeah,
fuck
well, that's
up.
me. We have a stop sign. I'll show you. We have a stop sign because we live, so there's the way that
Show us your
obviously
saggy
there's a
titties
street
again,
that
Dawn.
runs between our street that connects to.
Can you show us
like,
your
the
saggy
school
titties
and
again?
Everything. So they put a stop sign in, a 4-way stop right at the corner of my street. This guy lives at the total opposite end of my street. I'll show you. It just makes it easier than having to explain. So I live right on the corner of one end, and he lives on the corner of the other end. So
Does
they
your
put
chain
stop
hang
signs in,
low? Do your
which you
titties
can
wobble
clearly
to
see
and fro?
right here, stop signs, 4-way. This is a 4-way stop now. It never used to be, but they drive so fast that they started a 4-way stop here.
Ah,
People will run through that 4-way stop like there is no tomorrow. They will speed down this street. Does he come out and yell at them? No.
Yeah,
He lives all the way down there at the end.
Hey, Don,
And that's
show
next
us your
to a
reflection
major-
again.
And that road, that's a major road out there. So the one day I
He
sat out here and
doesn't
just
make
listened to the cars going by
noise.
popping.
popping your
Like, every day,
clutch
all
makes
day?
loud ass fucking noise.
And you're complaining about
Dumbass.
Yeah,
There's a
my street
difference.
is at
You're
the
trying to
end, and
justify
you go
your-
like left or right. There's
Suck
no
at
forward.
justifying your fucking son's
And
popping.
that's
obviously, we
all.
have a stop sign, and he fucking goes flying around the corner so
Do
fast.
your
and the
boobs
bus
hang
stop
low?
is right
Do they
there.
wobble to
And
and
I'm like,
fro?
no,
Can you throw them over
no.
your shoulder like a
Fast
warm
food.
winter
Well,
scarf?
that's
Don,
what
you
this little
are
street is used
a
for. This little
cunt.
throughway. That's
Damn, that's from
where
your
the stop
kid.
sign is. This street goes all the way down to our middle school, our elementary middle
Is that
school.
fucking sailboat?
Damn.
No,
Oh,
all the kids go straight, walk down this street. That's how they get to and from school. There's no buses. It's such a small town. It's such a small town. So they all ride their bikes. There's kids. And these people go flying through that stop sign like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, those ones.
It's like, don't you have better
Amber
things
for
to
Grandpa.
argue about in the neighborhood than, my kid driving? Like, he's just one of those neighbors.
I believe so, yes,
And
Court.
he hasn't been seen since. I don't know what happened, but we have it. It's a boat, not a sailboat. Yep, it's a boat.
I don't know. I just saw the front end of it, and I was like, is that a fucking sailboat? What the
No,
fuck?
that is a 25-foot wellcraft.
Hell yeah.
What up, Gally? Yes, they're
But,
still going.
Yeah, he just is one of those neighbors that just are miserable in their life, miserable in their everything. So they make everybody else's life miserable. They're one of those.
Don't you have a
Oh, I did a petty
respectful
thing
ass
yesterday.
son
Are you
that
ready
doesn't
for
bob
it?
its clutch in his
Yeah.
fucking neighborhood?
So,
Fucking retard.
my husband bought this giant fishing kayak a couple of years ago. $800. And then last year,
No,
$1,800.
Court, I could not. That's why Mikey don't have a
He's not about-
girlfriend. Mitchie's
But
trying to
it's
fuck
fishing,
him
it
though.
looks like- And then we got my son one of those like little kid kayaks.
right behind where I
that's-
can see. Don, the leprechaun with
Absolutely.
neat tits down to
But I
her
said I absolutely
knees.
hate the other kayak.
Don,
Fucking hate it
the
because it's also a
leprechaun,
fishing
why
kayak,
your
so it's like
titties
a
hang? Is it 'cause you have a 24-year-old titty
And
baby?
he's like, well, what do you want to do? And I said,
Don, do your
"How do you need a
titties
purple
fucking
kayak?"
drag so low
Fucking
because of
no.
the fact
So yesterday
that
we
you're
went,
still
we got a
breastfeeding your
purple kayak.
24-year-old man-child? I just am asking
She
for
has
a
a
friend.
man-child.
Yeah, we have our kayak that sits. We dock. So when we dock our boat, the kayak we tie off to the same dock. So and I got a paddle board, so I can go out paddleboard.
Like one time he really
Please
wanted
take
me to go
video
fishing,
of
and it
you
was like
trying to
100 degrees
paddleboard,
outside.
Don.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Please
I
take unedited
need to
video
go
of you trying to
Academy.
paddleboard.
And he's like, why? I
Please.
said, I need a bucket hat. I need a fanny pack.
I am that friend. You
Oh my
right.
gosh, just-
You right. I am that friend in this case, Callie. I just
Oh
want to
my
know,
gosh,
does
that's
he
so
suckle on the left or right more?
husband's hobby. His hobby's fishing. So
Oh my God, so is my husband.
he
He loves
enjoys.
it.
He
Baby, they're just telling you they're
He
going
enjoys-
fishing. They're headed to their mistress's house.
that's, you know.
Come the fuck
Okay,
on.
easy.
Yeah, like, we had the one
They're going
kayak, and he
fishing.
really liked it.
Kinda like
And it's a
Brokeback
great fucking
fishing.
kayak. But he really wanted to get, like, more serious about it, I guess, so he wanted the pedal drive one. And the amount of shit he's put on it, it's basically a fucking fishing boat at this point. And then yesterday we went out and
Morning.
tied my kid's kayak to his and mine, so him and my kid were fishing, and I was reading my book, and he was literally just pulling us around. He didn't even feel it because it's a pedal drive kayak, and we were just floating, having a grand old time.
That's fun. That's good quality
Fishing?
fun with your family, you know?
I just
Or
wanted to fucking read.
fishing.
Yeah, that's what I do when we go out on the boat.
Fishing?
Like, I'll read and
Or
stuff like that.
fishing.
My son and him are fish. They like to fish. I like to read, but we got the high sides because we go out in the bay in the ocean.
Yeah.
So it has the high sides, so nobody falls off the boat.
My kid, because he's my kid, and you know how little kids are, and like technicality doesn't matter, colors matter. He picked some random lure because it was red and gold, and those are his two favorite colors.
Aww.
And
They're
my husband's like,
fishing
fine, whatever. It's a couple
for
bucks.
some
Who cares?
fishing.
That fucker caught 10 fish on that thing yesterday.
Wow. What kind of fish do you fish for?
My husband's big into bass fishing. My son was just catching little fucking.
Yeah, we do flounder fishing.
Well-
We get a lot of sea bass. And, sand sharks. We catch stuff like that. But what we're actually fishing for is flounder.
Oh, I love flounder.
That's what you're fishing
Can
for,
you ask
Don?
Depends
Beth why
on-
she isn't
Right
doing
there.
her schoolwork? Beth, why aren't you doing your schoolwork? It's late.
Are
Oh
you
my
are
God,
you
Beth,
floundering?
you're not. It depends on like what
I'm just
where he's
asking
fishing
for a
too.
friend.
Like it's either bass fishing or he wants like redfish and flounder.
Yeah, flounder's what we fish for. But we catch everything, you know. Like, you ever catch the oyster crackers? The ones that hiss at you?
Oh my God!
Them
fuck
things
this.
are crazy.
Somewhere in this garage, there is the most hillbilly fucking built. Him and his friends one night, they went fishing, and then they're like, "Let's go flounder gigging."
Him and his
they did,
friends
and
went
they were
fishing,
in
guys.
My husband's friend's garage. Like,
Is that
4
kinda
o'clock
like
in the morning,
Brokeback
building
fishing?
fucking lights to go flounder gigging, and it is the most hillbilly redneck thing I've ever seen. And I wish I could find it because I would show you. It is obnoxious, but it worked.
I'm lying about the police being called. Okay, hold on. Unlike
Dawn
you,
can
Beth,
watch
when I
two
say
fishing
something, I
bowls
can
at
fucking
once.
show the proof. So hold on. Hold that thought.
You know, Melissa.
Bethy Pooh. Hold that thought.
First
Hold that
off,
thought,
Beth
Bethy
never
Pooh.
said shit,
Hold that
bitch.
Melissa,
I am
wanna
So far
cover
behind your
one.
goddamn eyes, still
I am
trying to
gonna
catch
cover up
up.
certain things. Let's cover up certain things. Let's cover up this because that's the number.
That's what I thought too,
We're
sick.
gonna cover that up. Boom, Beth. Lying about what, bitch? Lying about what? Suck an egg, bitch. I can show proof when I talk. How about you?
Okay.
Your
So
turn.
What about that
Your
degree?
turn.
Let
Show
me
your
see that
GED.
degree.
Where's your
John.
vet degree?
Ew, Beth, show us the MRSA on your back.
Ew.
Mitchie, where's
Your
Cupcake?
turn.
Where's your bestie cupcake?
I have zero
Or
reason
coloring
to lie
book.
about it.
Where's coloring book, Mitchie?
Yes, Mercer
Where's
can unalive
Mitchie?
you.
Hey, where's coloring book, Mitchie?
Mercer will unalive you if it's not properly taken care of. And not can, it will. What is that? Oh. Yeah.
Where's coloring book?
You were talking about flounder. I remember
Yes.
when me and
Yeah,
my
they want
grandpa
to flounder.
used
Dave
go
wants to
to
flounder, all right, with the lot lizard down the street.
Flounder every year, 2 or 3 times every summer.
Oh, yeah. Flounders. Good eating. Good eating.
Yeah, rah, 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 rah.
Oh, onto her face. Oh, yeah. Once you get that, if that gets in your bloodstream, oh, wow. Well, maybe Beth won't make it as long as we thought.
Oh, I also had a screenshot from a friend, and I'm just gonna say this because fuck her. Missy, I hear you're still very concerned about my bald spot. Have you ever heard sarcasm? Like, I have thin hair as it is, and I can part my hair to make it look like I have bald spots, and you're still fucking running with that?
She is.
Good
Well, I
God.
mean, Mitch, if you think about it, they're still running with the pictures that we all put out that Callie has no legs, so.
That means that you
I mean,
Like, we actually put that out there. Oh, Dave, I don't know what that is, but that's loud.
I have fine curly hair. I can part my hair in any which fucking direction and make it look like I'm bald.
It's because you have bald spots, baby.
She'll run with it, though. They'll run with anything. And then
Also,
they'll be on
I
for the
guess-
next 5 years.
Kind of
I
like
got
you
a
and my
screenshot that
GED.
said I've been taking a break from TikTok because my husband is flirting with men on TikTok. The only man he flirts with is his best friend, and that's because they're idiots.
That's because he's on the down low and him and his best friend are
And my husband
fucking
doesn't even have TikTok.
Brokeback Mountaining
because
it
he
in the
thinks
corner.
TikTok's stupid.
Yep.
Kendra, good morning, Queen.
And
They
why
just
would he
come
need
up
to
with
flirt
the
with
dumbest-
men when I can satisfy him not through
Apparently
a
you not.
That's
Obviously
Trizzy
you're
top,
not,
wishing people
because
on
it looks like you're trying
alive.
to
Karma.
fuck Don's
Again with the
son.
karma.
Why are you trying to fuck Don's son then?
I only wish
That deep.
unaliving on 2 people, and when they do kick the bucket, I will fucking rejoice.
Yep.
I'm glad to know I affect your daily life so
And
much,
it's not
Mitchie,
those
when
two.
I don't even think about you, you weird bald bitch.
Right.
And
I'm
it's
not
my
telling
parents.
you. Yeah,
My biological parents.
I won't give away who I wish unaliving on because I keep it in my head where it belongs. Right.
No, I'll put it out into the universe. My parents can fucking eat it. But that's called growing up in adverse circumstances, and
You wouldn't
not
know, you don't know
becoming like
shit
that.
about it, bitch.
Imagine you being a better person than she, you know? Like,
Right?
just
When Beth
imagine.
stands up and fucking tells her fucking family to go fuck themselves. Beth is a
They're her
piece of shit,
wormholes,
right?
guys.
But when Mitchie
They're not
does it,
teeth,
she
they're
fucking
wormholes.
save her.
Right? Me too, Missy. No, I don't blame
Oh,
them.
hi, little birdie. What you got in your mouth, friend?
I'm really surprised. Like, Beth, you should be doing schoolwork. One, they're talking about cars. Won't even bothering you. But no, you gotta turn it back to you. It's gotta be all about you. So you can play the victim later and get money.
Yeah, we were talking about Japanese vehicles, and
We're talking about you
Beth,
wanting
I'm
to
gonna
fuck
get a little
Don's
nerdy. The
son.
next thing she's gonna tell us is that one time when she was in the Marines, she used to drive a right-hand drive Subaru Levorg or something fucking
Nope, I would
crazy
never drive a
because
Subaru.
she always has to one-up everything.
Never drive a Subaru.
And she takes every story you have and makes it her own, so.
I also heard, someone also sent me a video.
You only wish. Bitch. You only wish that people would do the best.
That she like
She
learned
dropped
her
classes.
I have not dropped
Sorry,
a
go ahead.
single class.
Sorry, Mitch.
No, I'm more interested in her classes being dropped.
She
Haven't dropped a single class.
You mean all her classes? Because she's actually only going for her GED.
I'm actually not going for my
That part.
GED. Right?
She'll
I
have
guarantee it,
infection in
Night.
those sores.
There
She
you
will
go.
soon.
They are
With
the
not taking a
dumbest
bath or shower. That's true.
I take showers for funsies sometimes.
I take a